I'm saying you need to come to Nairobi. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from where you are, wherever you're watching us from. This is the session of the Africa Football Business Show brought to you by the Football Foundation for Africa. This is the place where we create conversations that shape the football industry in Africa. So in our special session, we have Africa football legend, that is Jimmy Adjovi-Bocco, all the way from Cotonou, Benin. Welcome to the show, Jimmy. Such an amazing guest. We are humbled to have you on the show. You're very much welcome, Jimmy.
Hi, Sean. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much to welcome me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Jimmy is a former international. He used to play for Benin. Also, he used to play for Racing Club Delon. I hope I say that right. Jimmy,
well
amazing. Thank you. You know, French and English. But thank you. Welcome so much to the show. Once again, we are humbled to have you on the show. And I know most people want to know what has been happening, where you have been, what are you up to, and also you'll get a chance to share your knowledge to help African football take the steps that it needs to take to achieve those, heights that we know our talent produces. So let's quickly just jump right in. You've had quite the tremendous career journey after leaving the pitch officially. Tell us about your move to Europe and also what was the experience like for a professional from Africa?
Well, first of all, I born in Benin, but I grew up in France. I left Benin. I was 2 years old, and I came back only to play for my national team almost 30 years after. So I grew up in France, and I made all my career in France.
Yes, amazing. And also you've had that transition now from the pitch, as I had said earlier, all the way to, being an entrepreneur, starting off a football academy. Quite the amazing feat you have achieved across, after you left the pitch. Please tell us about that career transition all the way from when you stopped kicking the ball on the pitch and now to what you are till now.
Well, maybe I have to explain how it's happened. Because before becoming a professional, I used to work as an engineer in aircraft, Air France. And when I was playing as a footballer, as a player, I knew that it would come to the end, and I knew that I had to prepare the end of my career. So during my career, we have this chance as professionals. We have this chance to meet a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of businessmen, and so I tried all the way of my career. I tried to talk about business with people and try to understand what business was all about. So when I finished my career, I went back to high business school where I degreed in 2001. And if I did that, it was before because I wanted to be ready to set up this big project we had with Bernard Lama and Patrick Vieira in setting up an academy. So that is how I went from my football career to the following.
Yes, and you've also touched about going back to school, and I want you to kindly expand on that because we also have some former footballers actually watching this, and we've seen some African footballers who struggle when that part of being the pitch ends and they don't know which step to take next. But you're talking about how you went back to school, and that's how also helped you with the academy and all that. Tell us that decision, why and how it impacted you now going forward, new side of your career journey.
Well, we think as players, we think that the fact that we are famous, it's enough for the following of our career. It's enough to open doors, but if you're not ready, if you don't do the studies you need to do what you want to do after your career, then those doors can be open just right after your career will be just closed if you don't do the right thing at the right time. So we need to prepare ourselves to do what we want to do. And I knew that I wanted to set up this big project with Patrick Vieira and Bernard Lama, this big academy. And we wanted to set up this academy to help the youth to become citizen at the same they wanted to become football players. So the education part of our programs was very important. So I needed to be ready in finance, in marketing, in setting up projects, so it was very important to go to this high business school, and it helped a lot.
Yes, amazing about that, Bocco. Let's now, before we go to the now project, because I know I can't wait to talk about the academy, but let's relive some of your best playing moments on the pitch. Which memories are actually etched in your mind from your playing career back in the day?
I mean, the best one was certainly the day I played for the first time for my country. I would say two. Yeah, do you hear me?
Sorry, kindly you just have to repeat that. I think we had a bit of technology issues. Of course, we are online. So yes, kindly just repeat that if you don't mind.
Yeah, I said I would say two big moments in my career. The first one was when I played for the first time for my country. When you come in, you come on the pitch playing for your country with the jersey and the colors of your country. It's just unbelievable. And the second one was with Racing Club de Lens. We played against the big Olympique de Marseille, OM, who just won 1 year after they won the European Championship. That game we played against them and we beat them. It was the biggest team in France at that time, and we were just promoted in Premier League. So to beat this big team with big players like Basile Boli, Jean-Pierre Papin. There was also Abedi Pelé, and we beat them 2-1 at home. It was just unbelievable.
Amazing. We have a question here. Jimmy never scored a single goal in his pro career. How does he feel about that?
Sorry?
We have a question which says Jimmy never scored a single goal in his pro career. How does he feel about that?
It's just always a joke. It's always a joke. All the journalists always ask me because I played almost 13 years and I never scored, and I missed a penalty kick. It was just. I don't feel bad about that because I played a lot of games and I had a lot of very, very nice assists, and I'm very proud of about my career, even if I didn't score.
Amazing, no, it's still okay. It's still okay. So let's now go to your project, and definitely we're going to talk about your biggest project ever, and that is the Diambars Football Academy, which is not based in your home country, but it is based in Senegal. So before we get to the details, just tell us how you set that up with the three others, how you met them, that is Saisa, Patrick Vieira, of course everyone knows Patrick Vieira, and Bernard Lama.
Well, when I was playing, I used to play in Lens my first year with Bernard Lama, who was a very close friend of mine. And Patrick Vieira, we had the same agent. And the third one is Saher Sek, who is the president of the professional league in Senegal and the vice president of the federation. Three of us, we wanted to give back to the game, to Africa, and to football. What football given to us, we wanted to help the youth, the young player, to prepare, to set up themselves for a career. And for that, we knew that the most important is education, because not more of 10% of the player who get in our academy will make it as professional. But we need to prepare them to become very good citizens and to succeed in life. And to do that, we know that they have to be educated. So education is the most important part of our program. But we are very proud of the players like Idrissa Gana Gueye, who is playing for Senegal, but he's playing also for Paris Saint-Germain. He's a very good player, but what I like is that he's a very good man, a very good human being. And for us, it's very important because at the end of their career, they need to be prepared to help Africa to grow up. Just like Saher, Bernard, Patrick, and myself, we are doing. We are building our continents through this academy because we make we make money, and this money we have 122 salaries, you know. So it's just like a small or medium society, you know.
Amazing, amazing. You're talking already about the 152 salaries. Wow, wow, wow. So what does it take to set up a football academy in Africa, Boko?
Sorry?
What does it take to set up a football
Can you repeat?
academy in Africa?
Oh, well, it's not easy. It's not easy because we have to find a good partnership. And when we were looking for partnership in Europe, and when it comes to build a project in Africa, a lot of people are suspicious. They think that the money will not go where it has to go. And a lot of people don't think you can make it. So we wanted to show that everywhere in Africa, when you take things seriously, you can achieve big things. And our main objective was to build an academy just as the same that we had in Europe. So with the very good pitches, with very good buildings, and just like you can see in big clubs in Europe, and we succeeded. And today, our academy is just like an example in all Africa, and we are very proud.
Yes, amazing. And I know Diambars will be celebrating 20 years. Congratulations in a few weeks. So congratulations for that.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel about that? And do you think the institution has achieved what you four set out to do with the academy?
Well, we are very proud, of course. You know, a lot of people didn't think we could make it, but just like the high level sportmen we were, we wanted to win our game, and we did it. And today, the academy is still running very good. We have a real business model. A lot of players has make it in different clubs in Europe, in Africa. We won the league, the professional league in Senegal a couple of years ago. We had 6 players playing for the national team, the A national team, and we have a lot of players who make it in the academic courses, you know. So what was difficult is that people didn't think we could make it, and we had to fight. We had to find the money, the finance, but you know, as soon as your project is well organized, you know where you have this vision, you know where you want to go, you set up everything to succeed, then there are a lot of people now who can believe in sport and what sport can do to produce.
Yes, and you also talk about Diambars taking part in the top league when in Senegal, and that happened. Was that part of the initial plan when you started the academy?
Yes, it was. It was, but to be honest, we went above what we thought because because to win the league, professional league, only with the kids that we had at the academy was it's a very good achievement. So we are very proud of what we achieved.
Yes, and that win, how did it impact the organization now going forward?
Well, it impacted a lot. today, a couple of months ago, we signed a partnership with Olympique Marseille, and they didn't sign anything with a lot. They didn't sign a lot of partnerships. So they found in our academy and the way we were working, they find something that they were looking for. We were working seriously. The education part, the image we had, so everything was that the way it impact our results.
Yes, and now I'm so sure being at the top of the Diambars Academy in Senegal, you've also got to see and understand how maybe other academies are being run in Africa. Do you think on the continent are promoting the local game?
Well, what I think is we need in on the continent, we need to have more infrastructures, and I think Diambars can be an example for that, because we need, if we want to have good players, we need to have good infrastructures, good pitch, good buildings, and the education part of the program is so important. Not only for those who won't make it as professional, but also for those who will make it, because if you give them the tools to understand what football is all about, because football today is about not only about playing on the pitch, it's about your relationship with your partners, the relationship with your agents, the contract you will have to sign, your relationship with the fans. Also, you can see Facebook and all the social medias. You know, that's if you don't understand that, if you don't have the right attitude, then your career can just stop. You see what I mean? That's very important to explain that. And I really think that in all our academies, we need to prepare not only the players to play on the pitch, but everything that is around the pitch. And something very important is that if you do the right thing to educate the players, then I will take the example of Idrissa Gana Gueye, who is doing very well. He earned a lot of money, and this money, because he's very clever, this money will be used in Africa to build schools, or to set up business and to develop the continent. So that's very important from the beginning to the end, to have our players educated and to make them understand the world and what they have to do to play a key role in developing our continent. I don't know if I'm clear enough.
Yes, you're very clear. You know, the education part, you talked about it. In fact, the development of infrastructure. At the moment, this plan is either even for them to come back home and reinvest what they have earned when they go to Europe. So quickly, let's now go to your personal side before, and we'll come back to Diambars, because I know so many people want to know more about the academy. But let's talk about also the work you've done with the Ministry of Benin. Tell us the projects you are involved. Like, you are one of the few footballers actually on the continent who decided to give back to your homeland, to invest, to educate, to talk to them every day, and you're even talking to them and sharing your knowledge with everyone who's watching right now. Tell us about your project in Benin and what has been happening.
Well, I'm very proud. Honestly, I'm very proud about what's happened in my country. Our president, Patrice Talon, has this vision of what sport can bring to the country in terms of economy, in terms of social aspect, but also in terms of bringing people together and the image of the country. So he understood everything, and he's got this vision to make sport in Benin as a very important part of the development of the country. So from the youth at school, we're going to set up what we call sports schools, sports classrooms, you know. So from the youngest, and then the best of those school sports, the best one will go to academies that we will build. So we will build 6 big academies in Benin to prepare in football, basketball, handball, athletics, and judo and karate, you know. But also because we know that we need infrastructures also. The president and the government began to build 22 stadiums in the country. So it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So that's the reason why I quit. I was part of this how can I say that? The President Macron in France set up a council of people to help him bring a new relationship between France and Africa. And I was part of this council, so I was proud of that. But I quit because this project with I thought I had to be part of it. So when the President Talon asked me, I said right away, I said I go for it.
Amazing, amazing. That just shows how much you love your country and you're ready to also work for the continent. Do you have any other projects across Africa? Apart from the academy in Senegal and now what you're doing with Benin?
Yes, a very close friend of mine is setting up just like an academy, much more than an academy, because it's gonna be a university of sports in Rwanda. And Rwanda is just an amazing country, and he asked me to help him to set up this big university, this big project, and I accepted.
Amazing. I hope other African countries are watching, starting with my own country, because I feel other countries have decided to take the steps that we've been talking about on this show and, go ahead with them. So I hope Kenyan football officials and stakeholders are watching this show and learning something from it. So I know you're talking about infrastructure a lot. You've mentioned infrastructure. And when it comes to sports infrastructure, our continent, Africa, has been really, really lagging behind. So what do you think needs to be done to correct this? Because we've seen not so many people, not so many countries invest in infrastructure. Bocco.
I think it's one of the biggest mistakes. We have two things that we have to invest in. It's in people, first of all, just like education, but it's very important to have the right person and to be prepared for all different jobs. So we have to invest in people, and we have to invest in infrastructures. That's why I accepted this project in Benin, and I could see that the president had this vision. We don't have any big events in the next couple of years. But he began to build 22 stadium, because we know that if we want, professional sport, it's just like a process where you come from. How can I say in English? It would be difficult, but we have in Africa we have very good talents, and at the end,
all the way from truth to the top.
From grassroots to the games or the show that we're going to sell to people who love sports, you see. But we need to know how to prepare those talents. So we need to have good coaches, to have good players, and then we have to have good people to film, to make films, to make reports, to make. We have to have also good infrastructures to have a good game at the end of the day. So all this channel has to be ready in every single part to have at the end something very good, with good players, with good coaches, with good pitches, with good people who film, so all those different jobs have to be prepared to have a good thing to sell at the end, a good show to sell. I don't know if I'm clear enough,
Yes, I'm getting it. It's like everything needs to work together: education, infrastructure, and all the FAs and stakeholders need to invest into each and everything. And that is how a good player is developed and grows, and also is happy to come back home and rest. Now let's talk about African football. What do you think when it comes to club and also country football? We had AFCON last year, and then next year's edition was moved to 2022 because of the coronavirus pandemic. In terms of talent, in terms of how fighters come, what do you think of African football at the moment, both for country and club?
Well, what I could say, most of our players are playing in Europe. We need to keep our best players. We need to have good championships. To have good championships, we need to have people at the right place with the right knowledge. So we need to organize everything. We need to have good professional championships, to have good clubs, good players, and then if we can do that, and we have good pitches, good infrastructures, then we will be able to sell our football and to sell the rights of our footballs, and then we can make money. And if we can make money, we will be able to keep our best players.
Yes,
you see what
that
I mean?
is true. Yes, I know the media rights part is also a huge topic of discussion that I hope we can also have one day on this show, because the moment I get your point, the moment the money flows, even it's easier to retain our talent, because truth is most African players go to Europe because they need to better their lives, they need to help their families, they need to help people back home. That's why they go look for greener pastures in Europe. So still on African football, who do you think is the best player at the moment on the continent right now?
Well, I have to say that Sadio Mane, in my point of view, is, but not only because of his talents. It's because I love his humility. for me, when you have a player with such a talent and such a humility and doing so much for his country, for his community, then I put him on the top of the list. Even if I could talk about other players, but I think not. I think I love him. I love him.
Yes, and I know everyone talks about his philanthropic side. It's so amazing how he has also reinvested back at home, building, infrastructure that actually helps the community. So you're not alone. I've never said this, but yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan. So yeah. So yeah, I love Sadio Mane. So what is the one thing the new breed of players, this current breed of players, can learn from you who have been there before?
Well, it's not an easy question. Well, the most important is to believe in what you are doing, to believe in yourself, and to respect the others. And never forget where you're coming from. Never. I think not most of the time, but sometimes we can see some players who forgot where they come from. Most of the time, we're coming from very difficult background, and we need to not to forget that. And our mission is also to give back always. That's one of the points. That's one of the point that I try to teach to our players and to the youth, to the young player I met and I can advise.
Yes, and in the past few years, we've seen the tremendous growth of women's football on this continent, and you've also been very vocal about the support women need to be given to just grow the women's game. Tell us more about that and why you decided, I'm not just going to do it for the boy child too. When it comes to football, it's both for the men and the women.
Well, that's an issue, not only in Africa. It's an issue everywhere in the world. We need to build, I think, a new society where men and women are equal. Even if we are different, we are equal. That's what we need to learn, and not only to talk about, but to make it on the ground. It's not only saying things; it's making things. So we need to fight against violence. That's something that it's very important for me. We had this big campaign on red card that we set up in this year, giving a red card to all form of violence and discrimination against women. And it started from that. And once again, I think a country like Rwanda is, with 64% of the deputies are women.
Are women?
So
yes.
Yeah. So it's something. It's one of my fights. I really want to try to help things change in Africa and in the world. It's important to change our vision, our perception of women in our societies.
Amazing. That is what Africa. That's why we are having these conversations on the Africa Football Business Show, and it's just not only to promote men's football, it's also to promote the women's game. It's promote also human basic rights, just to make sure that the continent is moving forward through the game. So yeah, so before we take the questions, I have to ask definitely what next for Boko. Let's start with the project first. So what next when it comes to the Diambars Academy in Senegal? Do you guys have bigger plans? What is the vision like going forward? You've done 20 years, so what do you want to see in the next 20 years?
Well, I would say for Diambars, I would say, of course, winning as much championship as possible. To see Senegal with Diambars, to see Senegal almost at the top. I say almost because I want Benin to be at the top. No, I'm a Pan-African. I put Africa above everything. I really think that if we can build something together, all the continent will be much stronger. But of course, that's why I'm here in Benin today, because I think our president have this good idea about sport, and I would like to see his dream coming true, and then help other countries to do the same, and to see in a couple of years one African country winning the World Cup. That's my dream.
Yes.
That's my dream.
Yes, I think that is everyone's dream when it comes to African football. We need to win that, and I hope we can do it in 2022. I hope we can do it in 2022 because we have the talent. We have the talent. But when it comes to football talent, Africa, we are on another level.
But Sean, it's talent. It's not enough. Talent. It's not enough. Look at a lot of our countries. If we talk about the football in Europe, we could say, I think we can say that 20 or 25% of the European football is winning thanks to African players, right? So
yes, I agree 100%.
So that we know that it's not talent is not enough. Then beside talent, we need to have good organization. We have to have a good vision. We have to fight against corruption. We have to build things for our citizens. We have to, talent is not enough. And even, we've got everything on our continent. We know that. We are the richest continent of the world. We know that. But what do we do with that? So talent and money is not. It's not enough. I think we need to build to be organized. We need to be serious. We need to be focused. We need and all those things. It's coming from our education. So education is the biggest part of our issues in the next couple of years.
Amazing. And before we just take the question, so that was what for the Diambars Academy in Senegal. So what's next for Bocco, Jimmy Adjovi-Bocco, going forward?
Well, I hope to be in good health for a couple of years. Just to be able to help my country and the continent to keep going, growing, and My biggest dream is to, of course, to see one of our country winning the World Cup, but to see our youth achieving their dreams, and to do that, we need adults. We need to work very, very, very hard.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. Now let's go into the questions. And I know we have said that, Canela. Says, I'm Nalinia Davis, the founder of Gladiator Combine, an international sports platform which assists young athletes in self-marketing to the industry. How do you help your students find teams?
Well, it's my network. It's our networks of Bernard Lama, Patrick Vieira, Saer Sek. We use our network, and that was the beginning. But you know, if you want to find teams, if you want to find not only teams, because we need to find jobs for those who can't make it as professionals. So, but to be sure to find the teams and business for our players, jobs for our players, we need to be serious. We need to be because we built this credibility. And today, when it comes to Diambars, to our players, then people trust us because we did things in the right way. So my advice is to build your credibility, and your credibility will be built upon the work you will do.
Amazing. And the next question, yes, and the next question is from Adjovi. He says, ask Bocco if he can assist people with like-minded vision in Kenya, the people who have like the same vision with you, if you can assist.
Well, I don't understand. Like-minded?
Yeah, like the same people who have, what is it called? Who have the same, you see how you came together to form Diambars, and Diambars has grown from strength to strength. So there are people who have the same vision in Kenya. So they're asking, is it possible to help?
Yeah, of course. You know, as I said, we need to build our continent, and you know more than me how big is Kenya.
Yes.
So, my vision is not to keep things for ourselves; it's to share, because we built something strong in Senegal, and this today, what we built in Senegal will help what we are doing here in Benin. And if I can help, or if we can help Kenya or Rwanda or South Africa or whoever, it will help Africa. And we know how much people are suspicious about our continent. That's why they don't want to invest. But the more we've got a project that succeed, the more people we trust our continent, and the more people we invest in it. So
yes,
we need to. I think one of our biggest mistake, or not mistake, mistake, is that we don't make things together enough. We need to, you know, it's just like a team, and we need to see Africa just like a team, and we need to build a big teamwork to see, of course, the day Benin will play against Kenya, of course I will be for Benin. But as soon as I'm talking about Africa in Europe, I'm talking about the whole Africa, and that's something that I have inside me. Of course, I'm from Benin. I'm very proud of my country, of my culture, of my history. But I'm very, I'm African, and I'm very proud of that.
Yes, you're passionate about Africa. Amazing. So we have a comment here from the Athens Women's Football Summit. I'm also working with them. They concentrate on growing, promoting the women's football game across the world. And they say, thank you. We love the Africa Football Business Show. They're just congratulating us, show, and the amazing show. Nothing keep up the excellent work. Bocco, maybe you'd want to work with them, women's games. But yes, let's move on to the next comment. We have Edward Gondi who says, I love the idea. He's stressing education is very important. Majority of our academies concentrate on preparing young ones to play football instead of a holistic development.
It's the big mistake. It's the biggest mistake. I began to explain, but I think I will come again on that, because the more educated are your players, the easiest it will be for him to understand a tactic, to understand what the coach wants you to do, but also, so that is for the pitch. But it's so important to have, even for the image of your country, of yourself, your country or your continent, when you go to an interview and you don't know how to express yourself, you don't know what you're going to say, and it's not a good image for yourself, for your club, for your country, for your continent. So, and also, if you don't go to school, then if you earn a lot of money, anybody will come and steal your money and make bad things with you. So it's so important to make understand all our academies that education is the most important. That's the point.
Amazing. Education is the most important. That is what you are telling us. Let's now go to the next question. This is from Gerard Akindes. He was here last week. He was talking all about the growth of football academies in Africa. So he asked, what will it take to mobilize all successful former professional players to mutualize their resources to support African sport instead of individual projects and foundations?
That's what I said. I think that we are not most of the time we are talking about ourselves. We're not talking about our country or our continent. We want to. It's our ego who is. But it's quite difficult, because a lot of players make it at the highest level because also because of their ego. So, but we need to try to build something after the career, to build something in common. So thanks, Gerard, to ask this question, but I think it's going to be difficult, because most of the time we're looking at something for us and not something for the community. You see what I mean? We need to see how to see the common goal and not our own goal.
Okay, we have a comment here from Brand, the man behind the Football Foundation. The Football Foundation for Africa, like it's a place where people can come together and actually, do something for African football. But this is what I think, Boko. We've seen from you. I can't say these names in French, but I'll try. Sa, I'm trying. Patrick Vieira, Bernard Lama, and you. We see how you came together and beautiful academy, from all the baby stage, the growth, 20 years now, and we can see the power of coming together. So what we can hope and pray is that other African footballers, especially the new generation, can see what you did with your friends, how you came together, and they can get motivated with that and continue this discussion, continue this conversation, and continue putting everything together to improve and take African football to the next level. So you are a motivation to the new upcoming players.
Thank you. I try to. I know, Sean. I know that most, not all of them, but most of the players coming from our academy, every single time I try to explain that we could have done something else, Bernard, Patrick, Serge, or myself, but we decided to put all of our energy. And what I said to them, I spent more time with them than with my son, my own son. So I said, we need, if we want to succeed, and succeed is not only myself, it's succeed together. We need to have young players who will do the same and more. And I'm very proud because a player like Idrissa already said that he would try to follow our path. I know that a couple of players are doing the same, and I didn't talk about somebody very important in what we've done. Is Ali Silemani, who used to be a beggar. He was begging in the street. In Senegal, and when he came at the academy, he was 13. He couldn't read, he couldn't write, and he couldn't speak French. And 3 weeks ago, he got his engineer in how do you say, informatic, computers. He's got his degree of engineer in computers. So he came through all the way of education to become an engineer. And that is, something very important in my point of view, as much as looking at Idrissa Gana Gueye, who is now one of the best players in Africa.
Amazing. Yes. And we have a comment from Marius Christos. He's the co-founder of the Athens Women's Football Summit. He says, spectacular commitment in Benin to growing the beautiful game with big, smart investment and the right people. Bravo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes. Amazing. We have another comment from Ricky where he says, brilliant special session guest show. Congratulations to the Football Foundation for Africa for bringing this together. Another fantastic show. Thanks to you, Boko. You are the perfect guest.
It's because of you, Sean.
No. It's because of your wisdom and knowledge and just sharing with us without, taking it back. You've shared everything you've done with Diambars. And the good thing with Diambars is that we have seen what it has done for the continent. So that is amazing. And Edward Gondi says his take home from this tonight is talent is not enough. As you said, we have to put all the right systems and structures in place, education, infrastructure, and now you put plus that talent on top, but talent alone is not enough. And you see, he got that from you. So once again, special guest, thanks to you, Jean-Marc Adjovi-Bocco. I know, oh my goodness, it's already 1 hour. We've been speaking for 1 hour, Bocco. How was that? Did you enjoy the show?
Oh, yes, I enjoyed, Sean. I enjoyed very much.
Yes, amazing. And I know we'll continue talking to you even in your social media platforms. Let people know how they can follow you on Twitter. If you have Instagram, I don't know if you have Instagram, if you have a YouTube channel, if you have Facebook, so that you can continue this conversation about Africa. I hope even after this, we'll continue with Brian, with their Football Foundation for Africa, me, doing all these things. We'll continue talking about African football and where we can help. I feel like this is the time to take over. Africa needs to take over because, as you said, talent is not enough. Now we have to put our structures in place, our systems in place to grow our beautiful game on this continent, Bocco. So how can people reach out to you, Bocco, when they want to talk to you?
I'm on social medias. I'm on, yeah.
Yes, I think you're on Twitter. Yeah, you're on
Twitter.
Jean-Marc Adjovi. Yes.
Yeah. On Twitter, on Facebook. I try to answer to everybody. It's not always easy, but I try to answer.
Amazing, amazing. And I hope everyone who's watching can go follow Jimmy and keep this conversation going. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Any last words before we wrap up the show?
Well, just want to thank you and to congratulate you and all the people who set up this Football Foundation for Africa. I really think that it's with that kind of show and of events that we can make football in Africa moving forward. So, and once again, it's very easy when you are talking to such a very good woman. Thank you very much, Sean.
Thank you so much, Bocco. This was so much fun. I also learned a lot. Maybe one day I'll open an academy with other people. I'll call you for advice. But thank you so much for being on the show. I'm wishing you all the best when it comes to your personal projects, your projects with Benin, and also for the Diambars Football Academy in Senegal. Pass our love and our greetings to the rest of the team at Diambars. Tell them we are supporting them, we are cheering them on. And after Corona, we can always meet soon somewhere. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a lovely, special session with the Africa football legend himself, that is Jean-Marc Adjovi-Bocco, who has shared with us the knowledge. And we have our take home tonight. Talent is not enough. We have to invest in education, in infrastructure, and we have to keep this conversation going up about African football. Thank you so much, everyone who tuned in. Have a lovely evening, afternoon, morning from wherever you are. And yes, feel free to also reach out to me at Shono Simbo. The Africa Football Business Show is brought to you by the Football Foundation for Africa. We have been seen it in Twitter, and also we have Brian Wefala, the man behind the Football Foundation for Africa. Also feel free to reach out to him on his social media account. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely time. Bye.